Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday, during the nation address at the parliament, President William Samoei Ruto was forced to immediately cancel the Adani deal on takeover of the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, the issue of taking over Ketraco, but still there is a question about the Shah chief and all that.
I now direct, in furtherance of the principles enshrined in Article 10 of the Constitution on transparency and accountability, and based on new information provided by investigative agencies and partner nations, that the procuring agencies within the Ministry of Transport and the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum immediately cancel the ongoing procurement process for the JKIA expansion public-private partnership transaction, as well as
now, after that, Kenyans on various social media, in their own way, they have come out to celebrate and thank three individuals. And I want us to look into all those three individuals and what they have been able to help in one way or another to push for the issue of Adani to leave Kenya. Because actually we were just giving our airport to an individual just because few people had got kickbacks and other people were here to benefit for life. So on the list that we have today, number one is Nelson Amanya. Nelson Amanya was the whistleblower and the first person to share this information out about Adani. Now, Amanya is a Kenyan student based in France, and there's the first information he shared. This is what he said. Amkeni tunaibiwa JKIA. Murkomen was in the final stage of leasing our airport for 30 years to a corrupt company from India and has received massive kickbacks. Check some documents I have received below. More coming. This was the first person to share this information. There were documents and more followed. Then this issue was out. In fact, in another information that was shared by Standard, this is what they said there. By the way, it is on 18th September. I am the one who shared the document with the politicians. There is a politician especially who really moved the issue of Adani and made so loud noise and whipped the emotions of Kenyans to put more focus on the issue of Adani. And I will tell you that person. Nobody, including Senator Onyonka, knew anything about this deal except Aaron Cheriot, who is the broker. He was the one who went to India, met with Adani, and brought Adani to Kenya. Now you see this. Aaron Cheriot, the first one. Then Kipchumba Murkomen, finalizing the handing over of our property. Hii yote ni deal brokers wa Ruto. Cheriot, majority leader in the Senate. Kipchumba Murkomen, CS for road, transport, and all that. But from here, the Kisii Senator, Richard Onyonka, picked this issue. That's the second person that Kenyans are now celebrating after Nelson Amanya. Onyonka picked the issue of Adani. And he was all over in the Senate, on the mainstream media, and other areas that he would share this information about Adani. He made a very loud noise. He even faced on people like Gachagua and others and told them off about the issue of Adani. He really articulated this issue, and the matter was taken so serious. So, Richard Onyonka, the second person Kenyans are celebrating.
Do you know somebody called Jayesh Saini?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. How do you know him?
I think he's in the health industry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Would I be wrong if I said that Mr. Jayesh Saini is the one who has actually been given the transaction of managing our SHIF, which is the new development out of NHIF, because he's the owner of Nairobi West Hospital, and he is the one who is actually been given the complete system of the financial management of the SHIF system.
Point of order.
Would I be wrong to say that Mr. Saini is the agent of Adani in Kenya? The answer is yes or no. It's up to you.
I'm not aware.
You're not aware. Are you also aware that meetings that took place in Dubai where this deal was being discussed, Mr. Jayesh Saini was sitting in that meeting with individuals from the Kenyan government, and I will state here that the person who met Mr. Jayesh Saini in Dubai was Honorable Murkomen when he was a minister in the position you are in.
I am not aware.
Without having evidence that I can prove, but I think it's important that I make the statement that in that meeting that money exchanged hands, and Chair, later on I believe as we continue, these details should be presented to this House. The second issue, the documents we have also, CS, is that Adani has been given contractual arrangements for them to supply power in Kenya using Ketraco, and they're intending also to take over KenGen, and they will be the one running the SHIF insurance system for our healthcare. I would like, without you engaging yourself on the health issue because you don't hold that docket, but you could engage the executive, I would appreciate if you could also come up with those answers tomorrow.
We are ready to appear tomorrow. It would have been better if it's a weighty issue. Like has been said, we don't want to rush it. If you give us time on Monday or Tuesday so that we do a good submission before end of tomorrow, and you have the weekend to go through all these documents, and therefore we can have a good conversation. But really, we are ready to provide this document, Chair.
Your Excellency, how can we sell our airports? What is it? How can we take 14 airstrips and give them to an Indian company? Nobody knows the agreement and what has been signed. We have 5,000 employees with the Kenya Airports Authority, and nobody knows where these people are going to go. It's not okay. Tell the president, we have no issue with him. We only have a problem with his policies. Our country needs to be taken care of. We are not taking care of our country.
We got rid of our airport when literally Adani has been given another contract for them to take Ketraco. Somebody whispered to me that there's a likelihood that Adani might also be given KenGen. And finally, what Adani wants is to take over the port of Mombasa. How does that make somebody feel?
Reject, guys. Reject.
That is my heartbreak.
So Adani amepewa nini na nini tena yetu?
He's interested in Ketraco.
So for the airport,
yes.
Let's clarify.
Yes.
So he's in.
Is what I do not know is that they had been signing agreements. I don't know whether they finished with the final one. My belief is that those people having come to the airport like you saw last week, something happened. There's something that was trying to give them the legitimacy for them to come there. Then they were chased away by the workers of the airport.
Now, look on how this issue was played. When Nelson Amanya shared this information for the first time, then Richard Onyonka, the senator, reached out to him and got more of this information. Then he came back and exposed it accordingly. And then it went into Kenyans' mind that, our airport is going. From there, there is one boy who Kenyans are saying he was actually God sent, who appeared on camera and talked about Ruto anauza airport yetu. And he really spoke and expressed himself on how Kenyans would do it. That boy represents the image of Gen Z who led the protest heading to JKIA to reclaim the airport.
Anauza hii serikali, anauza yani Kenya. Airport ya Kenya. Anauza Kenya ndio hatujui.
Ameuza airport. Ameuza nani?
Ameuza mwindi. Yani
mwindi gani?
Sijui ndio mwindi. Lakini huyu Ruto lazima aende nyumbani. Aende kalale. Yeye hajauza airport. Yeye hajauza airport. Nani? Huyu hajauza airport. Kwani yeye anakwenda kuuza airport hapa? Yeye nani?
So sasa tunaelekea airport.
Tunaelekea airport pale.
Sawa.
Sasa tunaelekea airport. Anaelekea airport hapa.
So we have three individuals, as I've said, that we are celebrating today for making sure that our airport is not handed to crooks. But the most celebrated person here, Nelson Amanya. Nelson Amanya has been celebrated here in Kenya and in India and elsewhere. I want to show you here. There are people from India who are actually celebrating Nelson Amanya among other Kenyans. How are you, Nelson? This one are what they have actually DM'd Nelson Amanya directly to his email, to his inbox. This is what he said. Look at all these DMs from India. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Receive our love from Kenya. Adani will fall soon. Welcome to all my new Indian followers to arrest Adani. That is hashtag. So he shared all the DMs from India. And this is what they had to say. How are you, Nelson? You are getting more popular in India. He responded, no. It's a great that you fought this fight in Kenya, brother. Unite in this fight, India. Another one there. NSUI protest in Delhi demanding the arrest of Gautam Adani. While FBI indict Adani in a 2,000 Indian rupee crore bribery scam. Modi government protect him and slashes education budget and fellowship for backward and monitoring students. We demand arrest Adani. See, those are the images they have shared. Congratulations, congrats, sir. Thank you for all your relentless push and voice. Those are the images there. And congratulations, brother. You did it. Never hand over the national resource to thug and criminals like Adani. Your stand also stand vindicated after the indictment of Adani in USA. More power to you and lots of love to Kenya. That is how actually Nelson Amanya has been celebrated. So those are the three people. The boy representing the face of Gen Zs, Senator Onyonka representing serious legislators who are after safeguarding that which belongs to Kenyans, and Nelson Amanya, a good will Kenyan who actually knows that we have to stand on our own to defend that which belongs to us. I don't know your views, so let us submit in the comment section to continue with this discussion. But please, before we finish, I want to remind you to remember subscribing, like, share, and comment. Thank you so much, and see you in our next video.